my first ever AEW Dynamite review, and oh sweet Christ, this show sucked. And I'm questioning if I'm even going to bother reviewing more AEW Dynamite. I am Boss Up Basics, I'm back to another video, and today, yes, I'm reviewing AEW Dynamite, my first ever full episode experience of AEW Dynamite. What the hell happened to this show? Seriously, what happened? Now, excuse me for a second. That's some good coke right there. Don't do drugs, kids. Anyways, this show was abysmal. There were a couple things I liked. I have major criticism about this show. I have done AEW predictions and all that stuff in the past. This is my first ever review of the show. Now, they do have the B shows like AEW Dark Evolution and AEW Dark. I'm not reviewing those because those are on their YouTube channel, and Mondays I usually review Raw. Yes, I review Raw, and I'm questioning my sanity sometimes. And now since AEW Dark, I think Elevation's on Monday and Dark is on Tuesday. I'm reviewing NXT because NXT just moved to Tuesdays. Now, making that move was good, and it can have some breathing room for AEW. This was a very bad, very, very, very bad show. But there were things I do like. So, yeah, there was a lot of criticism, and maybe a couple rants I might get into, but if I do, I'll put a timestamp in the link in the description. So, we get a video package of the Bucks. What happened last week, it was the Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and John Maxley. I'm not going to do it like Justin Roberts because I'm not weird and text underage girls. Oh, Justin, why do you not like your own feelings? Anyways, yeah, Justin Roberts is an idiot for that. But they took on Kenny Omega, who's the AEW World Champion, and the Good Brothers, aka Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. Home of the Good Brothers, can we take your order? And the Bucks turn heel? Are they heels now? Literally, I have no idea if they're heels or not, but apparently they are. And it's all about friendship. Yay, friendship. The Young Bucks are one of the most overrated tag teams of all time, in my opinion. They're not the worst tag team, but they're by far overrated, and you can fight me on that. And Dave Meltzer can have a, throw a frickin' party and dog and pony show about them all they want. But guess what, Dave? The real thing is, they suck. They are not good in the ring. They're just cartoon, video game wrestlers. That's all they are, and probably will ever will be. Now, there are some AEW, or at least some Young Bucks matches that I had to admit that they were pretty good. AEW Revolution last year, they had a fantastic match against Adam Heyman Page and Kenny Omega for the World Tag Titles. There were a match against the Golden Lovers, Omega and Kota Ibushi, who just lost the IWGP World Heavyweight title, which that title design looks like ass, by the way. He just lost it to Will Ospreay, because we can't have nice things in wrestling nowadays. Their match, I think it's Strong Style. I think it's just Strong Style. I thought it was Strong Style Evolution, but Strong Style 2018, that was a very good match. Now, I'll get to the Bucks here in a little bit, but the Young Bucks are overrated in my opinion. Mike Tyson backstage, because he's going to be part of Dex Harwood versus Chris Jericho later on. MJF shows up. He mocks his tattoo, and he says he has a check for it, and it doesn't have his name on it. It doesn't have the dollar amount on it. Tyson, rips it up and puts it in his mouth and spits on MJF. Kind of like how he eats children. If you get that, you get that. Anyways, we get to the first match. Phoenix vs. Pac, who won the Casino Battle Royal tag team match at Revolution, versus the Young Bucks, tag title match. Don Callis on commentary. Oh, great. Don Callis, who was the Jackal back in 1997, who was part of the Truth Commission for you old school WWF fans. Yeah, he was the Jackal, and then he became Cyrus in ECW. He is one of the worst commentators of all time. We're talking Michael Cole level of bad. He makes me want to mute the TV every 5 seconds. Him and Josh Matthews is one of the worst commentators in wrestling. And thank God they're both out of the company. Well, no, Callis is still in the company. And yeah, I think Scarlett Bordeaux has a little more things to say about Mr. Callis there. If you know, you know. You shouldn't do that to co-workers, you idiot. Yeah, Don Scarlet Fever Callis, if you will, is a bit of an idiot. Is an idiot for all the things that he's done and said to the wrestling business. And thank God that Scarlett and Karrion Kross got out of that company very quickly as they could. Him being part of the Bucks, the whole Elite thing, and don't worry, I'll get to the Elite here in a minute. The Elite are overrated and ridiculous. I don't like them. They were cool for a little bit, and now they just want me to stop watching the product. This match went for 30 minutes. A half hour of no psychology and literally like no action. You get your flip-de-doo-dah stuff with the Bucks, so a typical Young Bucks match. I like Pac. I really like Pac. His stuff as Adrian Neville's very good, and I've seen his indie work, like in Rev Pro Wrestling and Progressive Wrestling and all that stuff. You know, the British promotions. He was very good there, and I think he did some in Dragon Gate, I believe. Yeah, he was in Dragon Gate as well, and he was really good there. I love Pac. His AEW stuff, it's kind of 60-40 sometimes. Phoenix, I really like Phoenix. Him as the Lucha Bros along with Pentagon Jr. was great. Stuff in AAA was good. Stuff in MLW was good. And I really, really love the stuff in Lucha Underground. That was basically my main exposure to Phoenix. This was not a good match. I'm sorry. There were a couple okay spots, but this did not need to go 13 minutes. A wrestling classic, well, according to, Dave Meltzer, who basically whizzed in his pants about this one. This was not a good match. There were some things that I kind of did like, but overall, it was just cartoon video game wrestling. You get, double apron power bombs, because we all know the aprons are as part of the ring. We get poison runs on the outside. Why do people hate their necks? Ibushi, Naito, Will Ospreay, anybody? We get dives aplenty. Pac really carried this match. Pac really had to carry this match. Phoenix did good for his part 2. The Young Bucks, not good. I'm sorry. I just don't like the Bucks. They just don't do anything for me. A Brutalizer, aka the Black Arrow. The Brutalizer wasn't put on. Black Arrow, but no. Thought there was going to be new champions, but no. It was basically like a AAA match, except that Pac really didn't do a lot of flippy stuff. And Pac really sold a lot. And Pac's selling is just fantastic. Especially like when he does a DDT, it looks like he really got spiked. We get a Canadian Destroyer. Phoenix really did look like he spiked himself. This match there was no psychology. And I feel like I'm going to have a Cornette moment here. No psychology. The match itself was kind of boring. And it went on for way too long. It at least should have been at least 15 minutes. Not 30. Bad match. Not good. Young Bucks win. Don Callis being annoying as usual. Can't stand the man. This was not good. By the way, we're almost 10 minutes into the video here. And I'm just getting started. Yeah, that's how much I didn't care about this show. We get Adam Page and the Dark Order backstage. Alex Marvez was all over this show, let me mind you. I hope, I hope John Silver gets back from his injury, because yeah, his shoulder injury looked pretty brutal. And was it John Silver or Alex Reynolds? I think it's John Silver, because he's the bald guy. I like Reynolds and I like Silver. Dark Order, I don't really mind them, but at the same time, I don't care. I get it, they're doing it for Brody, because Brody Lee passed away, unfortunately. Gone way too soon, and that sucks. That really does suck. I feel very bad for his kids and his wife, but, you know, they're doing it for Brody, and I can understand that. And then Inner Circle are backstage, Jericho, saying that, he's gonna right his wrongs. Well, if you know what Jericho is outside the ring, he basically wants to forget all of that, having a concert during the pandemic in Sturgis, let me mind you. And, yeah, all that stuff. And, yeah, Jericho basically likes to put his own head up his ass sometimes. And, to quote X-Pac, he'll have his head so far up his ass, he'll know what you have for breakfast. That was a good quote there. Jericho can't go in the ring anymore. He's going to take on Dex Hardwood here in a little bit. And Mike Tyson's going to call it down the middle. Well, there should have been a ref there when Mike Tyson had a boxing match with his wife. If you get that, you get that. Red Velvet versus Jade Cargill. Finally, something interesting and at least okay. I like Jade Cargill. She has a look. She's athletic. She's got the, the bodybuilder body. Red Velvet, I'm very impressed with. I've seen a few of her matches, and I'm very impressed with her. This was a pretty fine match, good back and forth between these two. But in the end, Jaded, that's Jade Cargill's finisher. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Jade Cargill wins. Okay, not a bad showing here. And then Tony Schiavone with Britt Baker and I think it was Rebel. Was it Rebel or Reba? I think it's Rebel. I couldn't remember. Talking about the ranking system. Tony Schiavone said one thing. Britt Baker or whatever. Interesting. Talking about, the scoring system and the rating system. And, the rating system is stupid. It was cool at first, and it's just stupid. So yeah. And she said that she wants to face against, Hikaru Shida. Then we get, Colt Carter versus Anthony Ogogo. I'm going to call him Anthony Pogo Stick, because why not? Match went like 30 seconds, punch to the gut, because Anthony was Ogogo was a professional boxer back in 2012 and all that stuff. Also, Ryan Nemeth and Nick Camarito were, I think that's how I say his name, Nick Camarito. And QT Marshall, they were both at ringside as well. Punch to the gut, match is called off. Okay. Or, Ogogo wins because they're going to try and put that finisher over. If they do, I won't mind that, because Ogogo has a look, but that seems like a pretty cool finisher. A Miro video package, talking about him and Kip Sabian want to have tag gold, or he wants gold around his waist. I would be interested in Miro if they didn't make his character botched, if they didn't botch his character. Dex Harwood with Cash Wheeler and Tully Blanchard versus Chris Jericho with Sammy Guevara. Mike Tyson as a special guest enforcer. The Pinnacle and Inner Circle are banned from ringside. About that, Jericho is washed. He can't go. His chest did look a little bit red, and so did Dex Harwood. Dax had to carry this match, and it did not go well. But, a brawl between the Pinnacle and the Inner Circle. Cash tries to use the bat, but Tyson knocks him out. Judas Effect 1, 2, 3. Okay, Jericho wins. The less said about this match, the better. This was not a good match. Tyson's now an honorary member of the Inner Circle. Yay. And then Alex Marvez with the Elite backstage. I don't care. I really don't care, and it sucks because I like Carlson Anderson. Carlson Anderson. That sounds like a very bad buddy comedy. I like Gallows and Anderson, but they just bore me. I don't care about these guys. Omega sounds very, very unintimidating on the mic. And then the Young Bucks try fake out kicking the super kick in the cameraman, and then Don Callis kicks the kicker man. The kicker man. No, not the Wicker Man. Not the Beast! No! I'm talking about the remake of 2006. That was a bad remake, by the way. But that was a pretty good performance by Nicolas Cage. He super kicks the cameraman. About falls and breaks his hip. Good. That's what Callis deserves for being an idiot. So, we get a Britt Baker video package. Ember Nova versus Chris Statlander. I also think that I think Thunder Rosa, wants to have gold around her waist. I think that was this promo. I can't remember. I kind of tuned out of the show a little bit. But we have Ember Nova versus Chris Statlander. Oh, also, the best friends, aka Orange Cassidy, Trent, and Chuck Taylor are at ringside. Let me just say one thing about Ember Nova. There are rumors that she is the girlfriend of Chaser Rance. If you don't know who Chaser Rance is, he is a pedophile. And if you don't know what happened, he basically did something to a young girl, a minor, if you will. And there are people that are defending him, and he has a dojo. Notable names that are defending him: Moose, Casey Catanzaro, and Ricochet. Those are like the people that I know. And Marty Scurll. Marty Scurll that, texted a 16-year-old and had consensual sex with her. I don't care that if the law over there says that, because Great Britain has a law where it says that it's like 16, like the age of consent 16. I don't care. That is a child. And apparently, Serena Deeb is dating him. So, Serena Deeb, someone that I used to like as the NWA Women's World Champion, is now an idiot for dating him. The true villain, that is Marty Scurll. Anyways, back to Chaser Rance. For the people that are defending him saying, oh, he's actually a good guy and he changed, he should be jailed for what he did. You don't do that to a child. I don't care if it's a man on a man, woman on a woman, man on a woman, or woman on a man. You don't do that. You don't assault or harass people, especially if it's a child. That is stupid. And Chaser Rance deserves to be locked up for that. And if Ember Nova is his girlfriend and does not jail him, then shame on her. I'm not going to go into too big of a rant because I watched someone that actually did a review rant of it, and oh boy, that person ranted about Chaser Rance. Chaser Rant, if you will. But anyways, Statlander wins with the Big Bang Theory. Cool, good. But if she's not his girlfriend, I'll take anything I said back. But until then, if she really is his girlfriend, go to hell. Team Taz backstage. Team Taz is Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, Hook! It's Hook! And Powerhouse Hobbs talking about Christian Cage, if you will. Saying, oh, Brian Cage, you should stay back here, and you should too, Hook. Hook! Anyways, Tony Schiavone and Christian Cage are in the ring. Christian talks for a little bit, and then Team Taz, shows up. Calls him a shitbag, saying that, wasting all your money in the bingo hall and all that stuff. And, Hobbs and Starks come down. Ricky Starks comes down. They attack Cage. Hobbs just basically just beats the hell out of Cage. Slamming his face, slamming his face onto the steps and all that stuff. So, we're going to have that match next week. Here's the card for next week. We got Tai Conti versus Hikaru Shida video package. They're having a title match next week. Sheeta's going to defend her women's title against Ty Conte. That should be a pretty good match. Not Brian Cage versus Hobbs. Christian Cage versus Hobbs. Adam Page versus Ricky Starks. Penta versus Trent, which would be a pretty good match. So that's all next week. We get the main event. Darby Allin versus Matt Hardy. Falls count anywhere match for the TNT title. Okay, I'm going to throw away any criticisms I have of Matt Hardy away because he unfortunately did, him and his brother Jeff did unfortunately lose their father, I think Monday or a couple days ago. And that really sucks. That really does. It sucks losing a family member because, losing a family member is not really, that's not fun, guys. It really is not, but once again, any criticism I have of Matt Hardy, I'm going to brush that to the side because losing a family member, no bueno, that's no good. This had elements of a good match. It started off good, working over, Darby's back. His back's like a little cut up, and then Darby returns the favor. And then Wild Coyote meet Cliff. The brawls happen. Butcher and the Blade come out, and I think the Blade takes forever to throw a trash can at Darby's head. And then Private Party come down and they attack. And all of a sudden, the Dark Order comes down for some reason. And then, it's Sting! It's Sting! He comes down and he attacks, Private Party. Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. And then brawls are happening all over the place. And then, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky tried to come down. They tried to attack, but Lance Archer shows up. What's this about? A blackout to Ethan Page. Okay. I'm guessing that Sting versus Archer's the next move. I guess I don't really know. They both leave. Match is still going on. Leg drop through a table. No on a kick out. Matt's doing everything but the kitchen sink, but Darby keeps kicking out. Darby gets the bad because he tried doing it earlier. A twist of fate on the with Darby's neck on a chair. Twist of fate with the chair onto the stage. No on a kick out. He tried doing that earlier, but Darby moved out of the way. And then Darby uses the bat. He climbs on top of the truss. Coffin drop. That was a pretty cool move, but that could have ended really badly. Coffin drop through the announce table. Hardy's neck was caught up in the table, the little table wire. That was a little scary there, but he seems to be okay. 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin retains. I don't know who's going to challenge him next. I really don't. It's the kind of hot shot of this feud, but the promos that led up to it were pretty decent. Overall, terrible show. This show was not good. So that is my first ever AEW review. I'll probably just continue watching the show. It's probably going to get worse from here. For God's sakes, I'm reviewing WWE Raw and SmackDown, and those have been a very bad shows. So, what did you guys think of this? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Let me know down in the comment section below. I am also Base6. Like, comment, subscribe, join the herd. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.